Oxtail plantain and mac and cheese. This is a combination I have been dying to do, so join me as I make this delicious delicacy. Hey guys, my name is Amanda and I am your favorite mac and cheese connoisseur. For those of you that don't know me, I am well known for making interesting mac and cheese combinations, including smoky maple bacon mac and cheese and apple crumble mac and cheese. Yeah, you heard me right. But guys, today I have brought you guys something that I know you're gonna love. If you like Jamaican food, this is for you. So I'm starting off by thoroughly cleaning my oxtail until it looks like this and the water is clear, and then I started to prep my veggies. Guys, I did not know that oxtail is so expensive. Like, God, that oxtail that you saw on the screen cost me £12. That was a little bit of a shock to the system, especially since I'll be adding this dish to my menu. So you guys already know I am going to be buying oxtail upon oxtail. So just pray for my bank account, okay? And yes, you heard me right. I indeed believe that this was a huge success and you guys have asked for it to be on my menu. For those of you that follow our Instagram, you would know I've been giving you a little bit of a behind the scenes inside. So me doing this combination is not new news to you. In fact, I actually got people to try this out once it was made. If you want to be someone that tries out some of my experimental mac and cheese combinations once I make them, just let me know. Anyways, so back to the food. I started off by marinating my oxtail with some fresh vegetables. Here we have green peppers, red peppers, ginger, garlic, onion, spring onion. I also added a bit of a pre-made Caribbean green paste. And guys, my whole world turned upside down. Well, at least it felt like it when I found out that you could peel ginger with a spoon and it would be so much easier. Maybe I was living under a rock or something. But anyway, I also added some browning and some seasoning. I also added some fresh thyme and I really massaged all of that flavor into the meat so that it could really seep in. I then placed my meat in the fridge and it marinated for about 24 hours. After doing this, I went ahead and made myself some fresh juice. I made orange, turmeric and carrot juice because guys, my skin has to glow this summer. Like, it just has no choice. Anyways, so next day it was time to get cooking. I started off by browning all of my meat and my God, the aroma in the room was just so good. It was so delicious. Like, I could already tell that this meal was gonna bang. I mean, it had no choice but to bang. With the amount of money that I know, I'm back here again talking about how expensive this was, but to make this meal, all of the ingredients was very, very expensive, so it had no choice. Anyway, this is me transferring everything into a bigger pot because I was definitely burning the bottom of my frying pan. That definitely is a sign that I need to invest in a higher quality frying pan. I then transferred all of the veggies and the juices from the meat that was marinating into the pot with the meat and I fried that up and oh gosh, it just smelled so good. I was so excited for this to be done so that I could just try it because yeah, I was just working very blindly at this point. So I added some beef stock, let it boil, and I was checking on it every 30 minutes. When the water would run low, I would add some more. Guys, I won't lie, I was feeling so impatient as this was cooking. This thing boiled for like 4 hours, just over 4 hours in total. In the last 30 minutes, I made sure to add some ketchup and I pierced the bottom of a Scotch bonnet and added it in. There was already a good amount of spice in this because the marinade had fresh Scotch bonnet and it had it in the green seasoning, but I definitely wanted to add a little bit more spice. Now getting started to what you guys know me best for, my mac and cheese. I started off with my gorgeous golden seasoned onions because we season our onions around here. I ain't gonna tell you what with. If you want to know what with, you should check out my recipe, link in bio. Anyway, so you guys already know the drill. If you're new here, I make the best mac and cheese you will ever lay your eyes on, ever taste, ever smell, all of the above. This is mac and cheese galore. This is a mac and cheese stan account. Follow if you want to see more, and if you're a hater, stick around because I might just change my mind. Here I am with my triple cheese blend, seasoning it up with some black pepper and paprika. I usually add my special Amaze Max seasoning that you guys saw before, but guys, that oxtail was so flavorful. I did not need to add too much seasoning to this mac and cheese. In fact, I added a little bit less than I usually do just so that it wasn't overbearing. And guys, look at this. Oh, the oxtail was finally done. It was tender, it was succulent, it was falling off of the bone. It was everything that I could possibly want, and if you could smell it. I know I said that before, but guys, if only you could smell it, it was so delectable. I tasted it and it just felt like it was melting in my mouth. I was just like, wow. Here I am layering up some fried plantain at the bottom of my tray. Guys, this plantain was so ripe, so sweet, so gorgeous. Maybe a little bit too ripe, but my god, it was so beautiful. I then added my shredded oxtail on top. I was generous with this because I believe in generosity. If I could fill this thing to the brim with oxtail, I would, but I just feel like that would be overbearing. Guys, I have a confession. Sometimes when I am making mac and cheese orders, I fill it up so much so that it just keeps on overspilling in the oven. Like, the oil from the cheese will like overspill, and I always ask customers, like, would you rather it like be a little bit messy to eat but you have a lot more food, or would you rather keep it nice and neat and you want me to put a little bit less food? And they always say that they would like more food. So what do you guys think? Do you think I should keep filling it to the brim or not? And I'll show you at the end what I mean by filling it. But guys, I layered up some sauce, I layered up some mac and cheese, some oh, it was just so good. Here I am with my mountain of food, and I actually gave this to some individuals, 5 people, to try out over the weekend. So follow to see what they said. See you in part 2.